The Festival of Flowers is the longest running festival in Greenwood County, so it's been around over 50 years. It's a staple for our community. So my name is Julie Wilkie and I'm the city manager here in Greenwood. I have lived in the city of Greenwood basically my entire life, but I have been in my role with the city for the last 15 years. The topiary project itself has been such a huge economic boost for the city and for Uptown Greenwood. You can imagine like all these beautiful living topiaries sitting all over your downtown and the number of visitors it draws to your community. So having such a unique attraction in your city is just unmatched. At least as long as I've been with the city of Greenwood, we've always been really actively involved in the Festival of Flowers. We have multiple employees that sit on their steering committee and help support and guide their events in any way that we can. Specifically, the topiary partnership, they had previously private entities that helped maintain the topiaries when they were out in Uptown Greenwood throughout the season. And around 2012, the city and the chamber kind of, I think, got together and said, you know, this is a good opportunity for us to help this program continue to thrive and flourish. And at that time, the city manager invested in a greenhouse. So we house all the topiaries in a city-owned greenhouse. We're probably one of the few cities that has a greenhouse. And then later we invested actually in another greenhouse where we grow a lot of the plants that are planted on the topiaries. So we have invested a lot of city tax dollars, hospitality funds, into supporting the program because we recognize the significance it brings to our community from a tourism standpoint. The topiary program and the Festival of Flowers in general has absolutely contributed to the growth of the hospitality tax fund. Hospitality tax is on prepared food and beverage, so if you eat in a restaurant, you're paying that additional tax. So when visitors come to our community to see these topiaries, guaranteed they're stopping in restaurants and businesses in our downtown and our citywide, and they're spending their money here. That is a fund that has continued to grow every single year. We have several employees that are paid through hospitality tax, and they're not solely dedicated, but a lot of their time is spent on maintaining the topiaries year-round. There's so much pride that comes from not just the community, but the people that work for the city to be able to put their stamp on something, see it out in the community, bring their family members up. They've had me in that greenhouse many, many times, putting little plants in topiaries. It's nice to show your family, like, look what I did, I planted that topiary. Okay, so I'm not gonna take any credit for how the city makes this event happen because it's a chamber event.
I am Trentcy Williams, the President and CEO of the Greenwood Chamber of Commerce. I've lived in Greenwood my entire life, so this is home, this is my heart, and I love it here in Greenwood. I would say my favorite part of Festival of Flowers is not one event, it's many events because there's something for the entire family. If you're interested in arts, we have a juried arts and crafts show. If you're a sports enthusiast, we have our Bee Buzzing Bike Tour. We also have our garden tours and garden symposiums for those who love to garden and the outdoors. So we have many events that's for the entire family. We also have our Kid Fest. We're really excited to introduce our Kid Fest international piece this year. It's definitely something that we want to celebrate all the many cultures that we have here in Greenwood.
If you ask people around the state, what's Greenwood known for? A lot of times they'll say flowers or the Festival of Flowers. And I think it's a real testament that the South Carolina Festival of Flowers is really a celebration of the beauty that we have in our community every single day.